before I want to play one more clip from the audiobook. And this one is looking at the biggest mistake that you see entrepreneurs making and how you might advise them. So let's take a look at that.
Yeah, Houlihan, what do you want?
Michael put a bottle of Barefoot Cabernet and one of the Sauvignon Blanc on Brown's desk.
We bottled the wine and want you to see it.
Brown picked up the bottle of red and looked it up and down. Then he did the same with the white.
This is what you asked for. There aren't any leaps or hills or rivers. It's a label she can read from 4 feet away. The logo is the same as the name. It's in plain English and easy to pronounce. It's a name she'll remember and a logo she won't forget.
Michael was proud of what they'd done, in the way of a student with a good report card. Barefoot was unique, interesting, and fit everything that Brown and the others said would sell. The wine, he knew, was terrific. The label was friendly and fun. What's not to love, he thought. Brown kept looking at the bottles. He didn't say anything. The silence was uncomfortable, but Michael sat quietly. Brown looked at the bottles again, but said nothing. Michael figured it was just Don Brown being Don Brown, make everyone sweat.
So, Don, how many truckloads do you want?
Brown put the bottle down at his desk and looked at Michael like he was from Mars. Michael couldn't have gotten a worse look from Brown if he had clucked.
Are you crazy? I can't buy this. Nobody knows this brand. Nobody's ever seen or heard of Barefoot.
It's everything you asked for.
Yeah? So what? That doesn't matter. No one's gonna buy something they never heard of. You gotta advertise it. If you're willing to spend $1 million on TV ads, I'll buy it from you.
We don't have that kind of advertising budget.
In truth, they had no advertising budget. There wasn't $100 for ads.
Then you gotta go make a name for yourself. You gotta go sell it to every mom and pop store in every corner till everyone knows what Barefoot is.
Michael felt like he just got hit by a brick.
That'll take years.
Well, Houlihan, you better get started.
Okay, so yeah, what else can you tell us about that clip and about your advice for the biggest mistake that you see entrepreneurs making?
Well, you notice in the clip, you were really right there, and you were experiencing, the frustration of this person who's come up with the Barefoot, and he's approaching this buyer. Is played by Ed Asner, who is, has taken sour to a whole new level, right, and snarky, but he represents not just the buyer for that store, but the kind of buyers that you'll run into, the kind of gatekeepers that you'll run into with your own ideas. And what does he get told? He gets told basically that after all of the work that the proponent has done to create a product, that he's not going to take it for a reason that is really reasonable, but the proponent hasn't thought about it. And that is, he needs $1 million worth of advertising before this guy will put it in 200 stores.
Right.
And so, so Bonnie, what are some of the problems that people have? They fall in love with their product, right?
Yes, people think by having a great product or a service that everybody needs and their mom loves it and all their friends and neighbors love it, that it's just going to go out there and it's going to sell. But that's just not the case. Nothing is going to sell unless you can get it on the shelf and keep it there. And buyers don't want to buy anything that nobody knows about. Silly us, we hadn't come to that realization until the story that you just listened to took place. And it's like, oh, so if it's not a household word, you're not going to put it in and no chain buyer's going to put it in. We have to go to all those itty bitty stores and work our way up from the very beginning. Yeah, that's a very hard lesson to accept, particularly if you're just going as fast as you can to do everything right. And then all of a sudden you've got all this more work to do. Yes, young entrepreneurs out there, you've got to do everybody's job and you have to start at the bottom. So that's the big lesson there.
Talking about buyers not wanting to buy something that they don't know about.
Right.